Hello Virgo, and welcome to your reading for the week of February 13th through 19th, 2024. This is a reading for you if you are a Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, or have another prominent Virgo placement in your chart. If you're returning to this channel, welcome back. It's good to have you here. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you like these videos and you find that they resonate with you, please do hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment if you choose. And also if you choose, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. In the description below, I have a link, a PayPal donation link for anybody who wants likes to leave tips for the reading. Obviously, nobody's obliged to do that, but that is there in case sometimes people do want a tip. And thank you to those of you who do. My website for my spiritual coaching, tarot, Reiki, astrology, human design, which is called liminalreiki.com. And the business itself is called Transition Life Coaching. So that website is also in the description, as well as my social media links. So if you're not familiar with how I do these readings, I do a full horoscope spread based on the 12 houses of astrology to give you the broadest reading possible. I'm going to be interpreting all aspects of the house. So there's certain aspects that don't apply to you, then they're not for you. So for instance, if I'm in the 5th house and talking about children and you don't have children, then that's not for you unless there's some other significant child in your life. So I do things that way, and then I use the cartouche deck as my main deck that I use. These are cards I've been using for the last 37 years, and I will clarify the cartouche reading with tarot deck, and this week we are using the Mythic Tarot by Juliet Sharman Burke, and our oracle reading at the end will be with the Moonology deck. So let's start at the beginning. If you're not familiar with how I do these readings, it'll become clear pretty quick. So first house is Aries energy. This is you, your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how other people see you. And you have Lotus with the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands, yeah, you're fired up. Like you have new energy. You know, you have stuff going on. You're ready to get moving on a plan. Now, with pages usually bring good news as well. But I feel like you are in the midst of a new beginning, and you are fired up and ready to go. With Lotus here, Lotus could indicate that there's been some anxiety about some things. So when Lotus shows up in the first house, I feel like Lotus is saying, you need to calm down. No, don't have anxiety about things. There may be a need to make sure that you're relaxed, that you're grounded, that this fire energy doesn't also mean that you're impatient and that you're worried. Okay, so there definitely is this idea of keeping that stable, grounded approach, but also having a lot of fire here. Now you are Virgo, so you do tend to be rather grounded sort of by nature, but as Virgo also there's always said to be sort of a perfectionist or detail-oriented streak to Virgo. So it could be that you're a natural worrier about the outcomes of certain things. So you're definitely fired up for a new start, but but just make sure that you're not worrying too much about things. Second house is Taurus energy, and Taurus has to do with finances, money, possessions, your values. It's a strong Venus energy. Okay, yeah, we've got this air with the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this feels like there's changes. This is double air, because swords are also air. Now, there could be messages about money coming in. And Knight of Swords is a bit impetuous. Again, there's this idea of impatience and being ready to move on something. And Knight of Swords is saying, look before you leap. I feel like there's a situation that maybe you've received a message that you are... maybe that has you worried about something or makes you anxious, and you're saying, I've got to solve this right now. I have to take action immediately. And this is saying, wait till you have all the information, wait till you have all the facts. There is a tendency to sometimes be overcritical or to jump the gun when the Knight of Swords shows up. So I feel like, any changes, this could be a message or this could be changes regarding money too. But either way, you just make sure you don't jump the gun with a financial situation. Third house is Gemini energy. So this is about messages and communications. This is about, it's about messages. It's about, it's funny, my brain just kind of went there. It's about self-effort. So if you're in your own business and so forth, that has to do with that. It can have to do with short-term travel. and also with sibling relationships, brother-sister relationships. And it's interesting because I have a sister card here. I have Nepenthes. So for some of you, it's with the Nine of Swords. So there's either concern about a sister or, something where there may be worry about something that isn't happening, or maybe you're, again, I'm seeing this strong sense of worry here. If it's not about a sibling, okay, if it's not about a sister, it's nonetheless, there seems to be some kind of a situation that is not clear right now. And there may be a lot of anxiety about that, okay, about what this is going to mean. This is, in this card, it's the Orestes being pursued by the Furies, because this is the Mythic Tarot. But so there could be either a level of guilt here, or there could just be a level of concern, laying awake at night, wondering if you're doing the right thing, wondering, maybe having doubts about the future. I feel like whatever it is, whether this has to do with business, whether it does have to do with like a sibling relationship, or whether it has to do with some other kind of message that you've received, I feel like there's this sense here of, you may be very worried about something right now. Something may look a certain way, but I feel like you don't have all the information about something yet. So, so take that as it resonates in that house. Okay, fourth house is Cancer energy. This is home, family, your sense of security, potentially the mother. Okay, and we have Bast with the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is about recovering from illness usually, or it's about some kind of healing process. It could be physical, it could be emotional. So I don't know. Now, if there's a family situation here, you could be dealing with somebody, in your family, potentially your mother, who's going through some healing right now. Now with the four, again, with Bastet, there seems to be, it's interesting because I had this for Leo as well. There's a number of potential attributes for Bast, and they're usually about the liking of attention, wanting to be noticed for your efforts or for what you're doing. It can have to do with trying to be cautious, giving as you wish to receive. I feel like there's like a lot of back and forth kind of negotiation in some kind of friendship or relationship, trying to make sure that you are, again, it's that old golden rule, do unto others as they would have them do unto you. And there's also this idea of following one's intuition. There's a little bit more sociability with this one too. So there could be something social in the home. But the fact that we have it with the Four of Swords, that to me is not really a card of getting out and socializing. This is more of a card of retreating and taking care of an illness. So either it's you or it's somebody in your family, potentially. Maybe that's where the worry comes from over here. But you have this with Bast. So there's definitely a sense of needing to follow intuition on this. And if I look at it in connection to everything else we've seen thus far, I feel like the message here is that you are, that I feel like there's a situation that maybe looks bad on the surface, okay? But, you need to tune into your intuitive knowing and not to your sort of innate sense of worry here. Now you've got a 4 here and a 4 here, so I don't know. There could be, if somebody is healing, maybe it's going to happen in 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. Take it as it resonates, or maybe by the month of April. I don't know, because it's the 4th month. But that, when I see the double numbers there, sometimes I feel that that's meaningful. Does not have to be, but that's so that's some possibilities that we see there for you. 5th house is Leo energy, so this is about children, creativity, love affairs. It can also have to do with with recreation and leisure. So you have 2 of Cups with Osiris. Okay. So for some of you, this could indicate new love. Okay. If you're single and you're looking for love, 2 of Cups would indicate a romance or a love relationship. With Osiris here, this could be a very, very stable person, could be somebody in a leadership position. There's strong either Aries or Sagittarius energy connected with the Osiris card. So it could be somebody from that sign, but it doesn't have to be. Nonetheless, there's the idea of somebody who is very solid and very secure, or a relationship that's solid and secure. That, it could be a love relationship. Now, if a love relationship's not on the table, if you're not single, you're not looking for love, if you have an older child who might be in a relationship, then maybe it's telling you they're getting involved with somebody who's very solid. If this has to do with creativity or a creative project, then this would indicate, that the idea that there may be something you're working on with somebody else, maybe something that you enjoy working on, maybe this is something that makes you grounded, makes you feel solid in terms of what you're doing. So yeah, there's definitely the sense of doing that. This can also have to do with recreation and leisure. So this could have to do with getting together with friends as well to make you feel more grounded. Now let's go to your own house, 6th house. This is Virgo energy. This has to do with health, has to do with jobs, work, any kind of service that you might do. Also has to do with worry and anxiety, and also potentially with domestic animals. Okay, so we have the Ankh with the King of Swords. So the Ankh has to do with, okay, this is a card, it can be a card of love. So for some of you, maybe there's love going on in the workplace. King of Swords would be somebody who is an older air sign person. Depending on your age too. I mean, this is definitely somebody who would be an air sign, somebody more intellectual, detached, logical, looking at just the facts. And it's interesting, we have this kind of just the facts ma'am kind of card, which is also can be very, very critical, along with Ankh, which has to do with usually more with love, letting life flow, receptivity, things like that. So I don't know. Now in a health house, you may be looking at the facts of a health situation, because sometimes Ankh does show up in the house of life and death. It's not in the house of life and death right now. Typically, when this shows up in the 6th house, it can indicate long life. Okay. But so I don't feel like this is like betraying any kind of a health issue, but I do feel like there may be some kind of a matter. Maybe you're very dispassionately looking at your life, maybe at your diet, your exercise routine, different things, thinking, how can I extend my life? How can I live it to the fullest? And maybe what role stress may be playing in it. I mean, if that's the case, then maybe you don't want to be too cerebral about it, because you want to make sure you're allowing that energy of love and enjoyment of life to flow through. So could have to do with either one of those things. If you are worried about something, if you're worried about, again, something either connected with love or connected with, someone's vitality or health, yeah, you've got this King of Swords. I feel like this is almost saying stick to the facts, but there's a lot of sword energy here. You've got Knight of Swords, 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords, and you've got the Air card. And I feel like, yeah, I just feel like this whole lower houses here, you've been very, very mentally active. You've been looking at things with a very, very critical eye, trying to get clarity on something. And I think I'm feeling like there's a need to, like, I'm seeing Nephthys, I'm seeing Bastet, I'm seeing Lotus. I mean, I feel like there's more of a need to take the mind out of it a little bit. We tend to be very, very detail oriented as Virgos, and want to, get all the pieces right, which is not a bad thing. It definitely isn't a bad thing, but I feel like here, make sure you're keeping that in balance with these, there just seems to be an overabundance here of mental energy going on in connection with something. 7th house is Libra energy, so this would be marriages. This would be business partnerships, anything with legal contracts. If you're in a relationship and wondering if it's going to reach a higher level of commitment, or you're interested in marriage or finding the one, quote unquote, that would pertain into the 7th house here. And you have Sirius with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles indicates something slow, plodding. This is, you're an earth sign, Virgo, so, it could just be that you are in a relationship with somebody that's slow, steady, plodding. If you're already married, this could just be, I don't know, you could have a very physically active partner here with Sirius, or you could just have somebody who's moving very, very slowly towards something. If you're not married and you want to be, then this is strong Aquarian energy attached to it. So again, we saw Sagittarius here, Aquarius here. Doesn't have to be an Aquarius, but it could, again, this could just be somebody who's very strong and physically active. Also somebody maybe who's involved in something, what we're going to call of an Aquarian nature. So maybe they'd work in technology or in AI, or, dealing with something that's a little more future reaching. That is possible here. But with the Knight of Pentacles, there's this idea of building something slowly, plodding along. And if you are married, then I feel like this is just, there's a lot of work and energy kind of going in right now. Like you're kind of plodding along towards something, okay? Slowly and steady and very, very down to earth here with the Pentacle cards. So That's definitely, and it could be that with all of this mental energy, maybe you have a spouse who thinks outside the box a little bit and is grounding you in a certain situation. Okay. Eighth house is Scorpio energy. This is a house of transformation. This has to do with, this is life, death issues. This is other people's money, esoteric matters. And we have the Page of Swords with Hathor. Okay. So Hathor, Page of Swords has to do with gossip. Okay. It can have to do with a situation in which you are trying to get more information about something. There's this idea with the Page of Swords that someone is watching or that something is hidden. Okay, and with Hathor, this could pertain to a particular female, sometimes Taurus. This could, because there's a strong Earth, could be another Virgo like yourself, could be you. But I feel like this is definitely this has this strong organizational energy of Virgo, or it has strong mother energy. It's one or the other, I think. But, or just strong feminine energy. The need to be, feminine energy is more yin, so it's more passive rather than active. And I feel like this is a situation where, I feel like Hathor, the way it's presented in cartouche, is very much typical of what your own modus operandi, Virgo, because this is somebody who just is, clearing out the clutter in their life, getting their home organized, getting their life organized, getting their business organized, doing all that kind of stuff. But there's also this idea of homemaking and nurturing in that as well that's connected to this card. But with Page of Swords, I feel like either you're suspicious of somebody or worried about somebody. Now, as a card of other people's money, yeah, this could pertain to a mother figure or something where you're thinking that something may be going on. Maybe this is why you're ready to jump on somebody about something financial here. But Page of Swords, so Page of Swords could indicate that there's a reason to watch out for somebody, okay? Maybe that is why you're very concerned here. But it also says get more information. Page of Swords is about information gathering, fact finding, okay? So that seems to be something, take that as it resonates there. Ninth house is Sagittarius energy, and this is about expanding your horizons, whether it be through education, through deeper thought, or through long distance travel, okay? So those are all elements of this house. Okay, so we have Winged Disc with the Tower. This is also a legal house too, by the way. So the Tower indicates kind of a crumbling of a foundation here. So you are definitely at a point of time. Now, whether this has to do with education, whether this has to do with a long trip that you're taking, whether this has to do with a legal matter, whether, whatever it is, it's something of that's stretching the boundaries of you, your knowledge, your point of view in life, your deep thoughts about things. The Tower brings things crumbling down. And what it's tearing down is that which is false. So right now, there may be a need for you to expand your horizons, get rid of ideas that are really just holding you back. And I think that which is false is going to be exposed. And the good news is it's with Winged Disc. So the Winged Disc would indicate that whatever fallout there is from this will lead to success in a particular matter, or it will lead to the successful resolution of a problem. So that's very good news there. The 10th house is Capricorn energy, so this is career, fame, reputation, legacy, what you would like to leave. It has to do with the father too. Okay, Sphinx again. Sphinx, we have this energy of holding back, waiting and seeing. You've got a lot of wait and see energy here, Virgo. It's really interesting. So you may be watching and waiting for something. Now you have it with the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is about starting a business and being very successful at it. King of Pentacles is definitely the successful businessman. So maybe this is somebody who's going to help you with some particular thing, or maybe this is you. Either way, there definitely seems to be, the fact that I'm seeing with this wait and see energy, here you are ready to take off, but I feel like there's something you're waiting for here. There could be somebody, if you are doing something new career-wise, I feel like this is somebody who's going to show you the way to the financial stability that you are looking for, okay? So there's definitely a strong wait-and-see energy here. 11th house is Aquarius energy, and this has to do with friendships, your social networks, business networks, your goals, your destiny, and, okay, well, this is our first nudie card in here. We have the World with the Crook and Flail. So the World indicates bringing something to a successful conclusion. So there's some project, some goal, or something that you want to be finished with, that's going to be done. This could involve travel for some people because this is about long distance travel. With Crook and Flail is a card of, okay, this is about self-discipline, self-confidence, being visible, being seen. Again, this could be an expert person. So maybe there's a situation, like maybe to reach a goal, there is an expert that you want to bring in, or maybe you're seen as the expert. I don't know. Either way, there's the idea of bringing something to a successful and positive conclusion, or this, again, would have to do with expanding your horizons. And this does seem to be in the house of friendship and your social networks. So maybe there is an answer to finishing something among your friends and your associates. Crook and Flail would also imply self-discipline and also just ambition of all kinds. So I feel like, again, there's this definite ambitious streak in the first house. I feel like you are definitely moving towards the successful conclusion of something. 12th house, Pisces energy. This is what this is what's hidden, maybe what you're repressing, maybe what you're afraid of. And we have the Hanged Man with Buckle of Isis. And really, these two cards mean the same thing in a way, because they both have to do with something, gaining something greater from what we give up. So I think there is a fear maybe that sacrifices we're making maybe are not going to reap reward at the end. Hanged Man would indicate the need to, the idea of something being stuck or not moving forward. And I feel like with the Hanged Man often says you've got to, again, think outside the box. You need to take, stand on your head and take a different perspective on the problem. I feel like there's definitely fears about, I guess we could call Buckle of Isis return on investment here. Like what, or just, return on something that you're putting a lot of energy into something and you want to know what's going to be shown for it, because perhaps right now the energy of something feels stuck and you are definitely ready to move here in this first house. Now, overall, you have Isis and you have the Seven of Cups. So Isis, this could be a situation where you need to be patient. There could be this energy of nurturing someone. There could be strong mother energy attached to this, again, because we saw Hathor up here. So maybe mother is maybe a central figure here right now. Whether this is you or whether this is your actual mother or somebody who's just in that role. This could indicate a need to be patient and to persevere patiently. With the Seven of Cups to me is about, okay, there seems to be a lot of confusion right now. There's a lot of roads, a lot of options. Maybe there's confusion around a particular person, around a mother figure. But there's some idea here that there seems to be too many possibilities, some of them real, some of them not real. And maybe there's a lack of, you're not really sure what's real and what's not at this point. So there's a strong sense here of you needing to wait for some more information before deciding how something is, certainly. So your Moonology card for this week. Okay, we got two cards here. You got the New Moon, which is a new start is coming, yay. And confidence is your key to success. This is the New Moon in Leo. So whatever's going on here, you've got the Nine of Swords here. I feel like you are very, very worried about something. You may be afraid of sabotage, of other people coming in and doing things. But there's definitely a sense of you prevailing in some particular matter. There's definitely some healing going on here. I feel like there is a partner or somebody who has a grounding influence over here. Overall, I would say the message here is, this new start is coming. Think outside the box a little bit and definitely wait and see where things are going before making any final decisions. So that's it for right now. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you choose, and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.